Now, we just looked at the knee pull, which is probably the single most common form of initial connection that we make whenever we're working seated shots on our opponent, whenever we're scrimmaging up from bottom position. When we make use of this move, we often use a switching method. Interestingly, the switching method is often seen in the sport of wrestling, but in a very different context with a standing shot. Okay, one of the hallmarks of good high single leg attackers is they will often make use of a situation where they'll go through on a training partner and they'll hit an outside reach for a leg. Now, Nickel Tease is a smart guy. He knows if he doesn't react to this, I've got a single leg. So what do you think he'll do? He'll step back. And every time he steps back, he has to leave the opposite leg behind and give us the inside knee pull. And as a result, we come up into our training partner's body. Okay? So the idea is, no one's just going to give you a single leg at high level competition. So when I see my opponent come in here and he just goes to step off. Okay, so you'll see this all the time. You go in, he steps off, it leaves you the second leg. And from situations like so, you end up with a good attack. You can use exactly the same philosophy when you're scrimmaging up from bottom position. When we start off in here and I see my opponent go in, okay, I reach, he goes to step back and leaves me what I really wanted all along. And as a result, we come up into our training partner's legs in good position. As I see him going to defend himself, we now make that transition that we always like, up to our training partner's waist. As I see him starting to lose his balance, we take him down to the mat and we end up in perfect attacking position. Okay? So once again, we've got an opponent here in front of us. However it happens, it might be because he got a wrist on me, it might be because I went for a wrist on him and caught. Okay, as I come up, I hit an initial shot and I see him stepping away, I just transition across. Okay, as he tries to step the second leg back, it's so difficult now, it's so easy for us to pull our body in and start coming up off the floor. Once we're in positions like so often from here, we make that transition up to our training partner's waist. As I off balance him in a backwards direction, look how I just step and put him straight down to the floor. We're always looking to touch his shoulders to the mat and step. So my head is higher than his head and my hips are higher than his hips. If we scramble from this position, it's going to be awfully difficult for him to get away from you. Okay? Now guys, a word to the wise, standing nickel tees. Don't do this. Don't reach. He steps back, pull back, and then go again. Too slow. When you see him pull back, you should just go right in. Okay? So when we're here in front of our training partner, and I come in, it should look like so. Same thing from guard position. As we work in situations like so, and I come up, he steps back, straight across. We come up off the floor and lock. And put him down to the mat. Okay? In this way, you make very quick transitions, very natural transitions from one leg to the other. And just as in any standing situation, when I come in here and I sit, and you come up cleanly into your training partner's legs, so too, when we're working down on the floor. When I come in here on the leg, I come straight across, you come up very easily into your training partner's legs for your takedown. Done in this way, it's a very natural, very smooth transition from one leg to the other.